sells Nevela, 9 sell Basar Kosher, and you go into one of the stores. You went in and you took a package. You don't know what store. It's Osir. That's called Kavur Kamachza Machzadom. So that's Osir. Anyway, that's what he comes out with. Opam, Aswar Zakacha, Shadin Shel Bittel Bros, and Mori Disurim, Zalomi Atzer Chalos Heter. I guess I just want to bring the Aniganta. I should know the Aniganta, right? What am I bringing the Aniganta here for?
Kasha's not a kasha anymore.
Huh?
Kasha's not a kasha.
Kasha's kasha doesn't make any sense according to the Aniganta. Right now you have one animal that's potter. How can Bittul Brov create a chalos of a bar chiyuva? It takes off dinim. It can't create a chalos of bar chiyuva.
Here the pashtus is that it's awesome.
Huh?
The pashtus is that it's awesome.
What kind of no issue here?
The chalos says that it went out of. It was counted already.
But that's not osir. That's a ptur. It means it's not a bar chiyuva.
Yeah, but the regular matzav is that it is bar chiyuva.
We know. One second. Let's go slow again. One animal was surely counted already. We have one animal that's not a bar chiyuva.
But it's not it isn't a not a bar chiyuva because that's the regular matzah. It's not a bar chiyuva because there was some chalos that happened in that behemoth.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Now, let's say like this: that you are creating a chalos chiyuv here. But it's not that you're creating chalos chiyuv, you're going back to the original chalos chiyuv. That's just saying. It's by lishmo he used the swore, very interesting. He didn't just say it was a chalos heter, he used the swore like this. He said he didn't just say it's chalos heter, he said avodover. Oh, he says too. Abadover shepsulo mitnei shemachusar ma'isa kigo matzah shaloi nefel lishma. Afil nesar b'mitzvus b'matzah afuyus lishma nami lo man b'mishum shenizbato lo yosig mailas hamavato. So it depends what he's stressing over here. You can be machav like this, like Yehuda is saying. He actually says both svor. He uses it together. First, he starts out with a svor shalo lishma. He says like this. Now, okay, then it wouldn't be a kasha martoisus. Now, something that's mechusar maisa, it's mechusar ha-maisa shel lishma. Bittul brov lo yachol lishma tzarich kavona. Ani tzarich chalois maisa kavona. As a Bittul Brov can't create a mice of kavana. You need kavana. Bittul Brov isn't called kavana lishma. Then it wouldn't be a kasha. But the way he fears ice, he says that there's a cloud that I feel nisar because that Bittul Brov lo yasig milas hamavato. It only moyo bittul lahosser chesar and hamisbato. Okay, that's not so simple already. Then it's not. Then you have to say it's a little. It's not so clear what you're saying. It's not muchach already what you're saying. If the reason is that bittul barov only takes off dinim and doesn't create dinim, so here it has. Right now it's potter. You're going to have to create it. You're going to have to take a dover that's not a bar chiyuva and make him a bar chiyuva. You have to make him a bar chiyuva. That's not so posh. You can make him a bar chiyuva. We don't find it. Then Bittul Brov makes a bar chiyuva. If the word is because it's mechusar ma'isa of lishma, okay, that's posh. Bittul Brov can't. There's only one way. Yesh rak dover echad derech echad echad dover yeh lishma. Ni tzurich kavana. The tzurich ma'isa shel kavana. Bittul Brov zelo ma'isa kavana. Then it's not no gay artoisus. But he does. But he's he says more than that. He says, and by the way, the things he still sue, you see, that's not limited to that. Omer Odover, Omer the Bittul Brov, Hamailis Hamavato Lo Holech Al Dover Hamisbato Rak Choser Chesorn Hamisbato. This is already not so posh because right now it's potter. So how does it become a bar chiyuva? Because you have 999 bar chiyuvas. How does the one potter become a bar chiyuva? That's it's not so posh. The Tosfos. I'm thinking like this. So I always thought this Tosfos was a soiser. I mean, that side in the Yoni Gyantav. Now he surely uses it for things like this, not just when you need a Maisa. That this is against our Tosfos. I'm thinking maybe not. Maybe that's the pshat here in Tosfos. Let's take a look in Tosfos inside. We asked the kasha. Tosfos makes no sense. Tosfos matchio shedover shemidrabonin lo shayach lagid. That it's going to that's not going to be ma'akev the bittul. Zarak psul midrabonin, that's not ma'akev bittul, and you're talking to be chayav to be master if als dover shemaminyan. And Tosfos has the kasha from. Place has the kasha from Beria. So our kasha Beria. What is Beria? Beria is also only midrabanan. Beria is only midrabanan. What's Tosfos asking that how that's the gamlo tirutz the rak drabanan. From Tosfos mashal it would be. What's Beria? Tosfos says Beria in Chulin. That's a dover that mitchilas briyoso. It's like that. Berry is not just a quality. The Isser is a berry dik Isser. That's what berry is. The Torah assered the berry. Not that it's the Isser is an Isser tevel or truma that happens to be a chit that happens to be a berry. It's the Isser is a berry. Like sherets. The Isser is a berry. That the Isser is a berry. If Tosfos held like in the kasha when he was bavorn. Let's say Dover Shabbat would be a Beria Dikadin. In this kashi, the Dover Shabbat Beria. Not that Tosfos held in the Havamina that he understood that as long as the Beria is involved. Maybe he understood in the kasha that Dover Shabbat itself is a chesaron. It's the Dover. A Dover Ein Amonui is a Beria Dikadin. A Beria is a chefz of Ein Amonui. A berry is born in Ein Amonui. A berry is born in Ein Amonui. Maybe what Tosfos means like this: Mishum berry. He doesn't mean the din that berry is not bottle midrabanan. He means since the Isser Ein Amonui is a berry dikadin, therefore bittul barov doesn't help. He means mamish the only yanta svara that if the Isser berry, if the Isser Ein Amonui is it's a berry dikadin. The din is that a berry is an ein amonui. The chefz of berry is ein amonui, and until you do a ma'isa minui, so now bittul barov would have to make it into a. It have to make it a berry of ein amonui. That it can't do. That would be like the onig yontos swore. You have to create a berry. If the din of ein amonui was a berry dikadin. Is born in Ein Amonui. It has to be the Torah. That's called a barrier. A born animals in Ein Amonui. So then maybe he's talking holding bittul barov can't do that. Maybe that's what he means. He doesn't mean berry is low bottle. The chitayim uberya nami lo havi. He doesn't mean uberya nami lo havi that berry is not bottle barov. Because that's a drabonin. He means a berry nami lo havi. The isser, the din of ein amonui is not a berry dikadin. It's not a din that it has to be that being born. It was born in ein amonui, and since it's born in ein amonui, that's a berry dikadin. A berry is an ein amonui. It was born in ein amonui. And he's saying the bittul barov could not recreate a din of ein amonui.
So why is berry just there?